Hey, I'm Justin Jones, one of the owners here at ETR Truck Center in McDonough, Georgia. I'm going to show you how to install an input shaft into one of our transmissions we're going to be putting into one of our trucks. Come along, let me show you what tooling is involved in this first and what parts are needed. So let's look. We got our 20550 bearing retainer, 4301 417 bearing, S2822, 14311, that's our input shaft bearing cover gasket, 4303 362, that's our inner snap ring, 16980, that's our outer snap ring, 127 760, that is a clutch brake, and our A7786, that's our fork. Tools I'm going to be using are going to be the G38 bearing remover. I've always used G&W tools, and hell, they make a damn good tool, and hell, they've been in business for longer than I've been alive, so that's what I use. Just a hammer, 15 millimeter 3/8 drive deep well socket, an 18 millimeter 3/8 drive deep well socket, a little chisel, kind of flat on the end, a pair of snap ring pliers, some emery cloth, and some brake cleaner. First, we're going to remove this clutch fork. We're going to go to our 15 millimeter socket, remove this clutch brake. Now we're going to take our hammer and we're going to hit this, but we're not going to hit this way. You can actually damage the drive gear inside of these transmissions where the inner snap ring meets the gearing itself. So don't beat on this way at any time. You need to use a puller on this. But what I do to get this bearing cover out of here is hit it like this. Go up and down. Inspect this, and as you can see, this is bad. This has a groove on the inside here. This is no good. Take your outer snap ring off. Always, when I take that snap ring off, to keep this from flying all over the shop, put your hand here. It's gonna hit your hand, it's gonna hurt. If you need to wear a glove, wear a glove. Now, wiggle this outward. You're going to remove this snap ring here on the bearing. That goes all the way flush to the bearing, and these two halves clamp. This piece here goes into the snap ring groove of the bearing itself. Just like that. Outer collar on. A 3/4 square drive socket to fit here, and our 1/2 inch impact. Now don't go ham on this and slam this screw into the housing. You can just, nice and easy pull this off. I'm not running that all the way up. You run that all the way up and you're going to damage your tool. So we remove the bearing with our tool, and now we're going to get this inner snap ring out. Get a long screwdriver. Don't get some little pocket screwdriver. Get in here, start at the top, wiggle it out, start on the side, hold your hand over the end. It's going to probably come flying out of there like that. Pull it out. Scrape your gasket off as best you can. You just want to get the majority of this stuff off because you're going to get in here with a buffer in a minute. Now get in here with a fresh buffing pad. Making sure all the large pieces of gasket are removed. We can come in here with a piece of Brillo pad and some ether or starting fluid, whatever you want to do. Come around the inside of this. This ain't an engine. You can get a little bit of this dirt in there. It's going to be just fine. Emery cloth your edges so you're not pushing grease in between your gasket and your bearing cover. We'll get a clean rag and wipe that out, and we're ready to install. Wipe everything out. S2822 input shaft in. I like to go in with my snap ring like this, push it into the bottom groove, come over the top with my middle finger, come to the 3 o'clock position, push down, roll it, and I'm going in with my screwdriver and pushing like that, rolling it down and in. 4301 417 bearing. This is a G35 bearing installer. Kind of pick up and push that bearing into the bore at the same time. Tap it in. Now we're doing this without removing the top plate, so we need to tap this a little bit further into the case. So we need to pull out on the input shaft, pulling that bearing out a little bit. Get our punch, lay it here, hold it with your thumb, kind of pull out and hit it at the same time. All right, that's that. 16980 outer snap ring. .20550 bearing cover and a 14311 bearing cover gasket. There's a right way and a wrong way to put this on here. This little oil drain hole needs to be down here at the bottom corner here. That little bit of oil will be just fine. This gasket's going to seal. All right, tighten those up with your 15mm socket. Now the torque on that is 40 to 45 foot-pounds, but as you can see, I use the impact. We're ready for our fork now. Our 18mm socket. And our 2-inch brake. And input shaft is installed now. Thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you again.